Good morning, friends. I myself, Dr. Chandrasekhar Bangarwar, Professor, Department of Kriya Sharir, SRM State Ayurvedic College, Bareilly, welcome you in this lecture. We were studying about the examination of nervous system, and we have seen that there are three types of the functions carried in a nervous system. Number one is sensory functions, number two, motor functions, and number three, integrative functions. How to check the sensory functions that we have seen. Today, we will see about the examination of the motor functions in the nervous system. This type of lecture will be definitely used for those friends who are going to appear for the BMS first year examination, because in their practical portion, which is expected to ask in their viva and practical examination, this point is included, examination of nervous system, and its sub point is examination of motor nervous system or examination of motor functions in the nervous system. So let us start to take information about it. Now, important symptoms of the motor nervous system are: here, whenever patient comes to your clinic, he will complain about the health problems he is having. What kind of a problems he may suggest you कि I have having these problems. For example, number one, partial or total inactivity. There are no activity partially or totally inside the body or part of the body. Number two is painful movements. While doing these movements, I suffer a pain. Number three, reduce muscle size. If you compare right and left side of the patient, you will observe that one side muscle size is reduced. Number four, there are some involuntary movements he do not want to do, but these movements are there. Number five, difficulty in standing, walking and working. These complaints a patient may tell to you for the treatment. If patient comes to physician with these complaints, it is important to check motor nervous system, or otherwise also examination of motor functions of the nervous system are definitely important. For other patient also this should be done. Now there is a plan. How will you check the motor nervous system? You can check, number one, nutrition of the muscle, how muscle looks, how is the size of muscle. Number two, you should check the muscle tone, and you are aware that there are two types of the results. Either muscle tone has hyper or hypotone, it is exaggerated or diminished. Number three is power of muscles. Number four is coordination of the muscles. Number five, are there any abnormal movements observed in the patients? Number six, posture of the patient. Number seven, gait of the patient. And number nine, the reflexes which are supposed to be examined with the help of clinical hammer. So these are the tests you should go for the motor functions of the nervous system. Now, nutrition of the muscles. For this purpose, you have to take the tape, measuring tape, which generally used by the tailors who sew the different clothes. Now, procedure: with the help of measuring tape, measure the circumference of the extremities where maximum muscle tissue is present. You will observe that arms, the location, arms 5 inches above the level of elbow. Here you should check. Forearm 4 inches below elbow. Then thighs 9 inches above knee joint. Legs 6 inches below the level of knee joint. So these are the locations where you can measure a size of the muscle. You should check right and left side, both of the body parts. Observe if there is any difference between the girth of the right and left upper and lower extremity. If it is there, then it is the problem related with the nutrition of the muscle. You should note it. Then you should check the muscle tone. What is muscle tone? Muscle tone is state of partial contraction of resting muscles. Whenever muscles are in resting position, they are not completely relaxed. They have partial contraction, and it is assessed by the palpating belly of the muscle. Normal feel of the muscle is firm and elastic. So you have to press the muscles of the body. And for this purpose, you should remember that normally muscle is firm and elastic. Procedure number 1. Grasp the muscle belly in between thumb and fingers. Number 2. Feel if the muscle is firm and elastic, which is normal. Number 3. Move the muscle from side to side. Number 4. See whether muscle is hard and rigid due to the increased muscle tone. So whenever muscle tone increases, muscles become hard and rigid. Number 5. If muscle is flabby and soft, then muscle tone is decreased. So here you are checking muscle tone. If the muscle is firm and elastic, it is normal muscle. If you find that the muscle is hard and rigid, then it means that muscle tone has been increased. And if you observe that if the muscle is flabby and soft, then muscle tone is decreased. So here in this way you can examine the muscle tone in a patient. Here the same thing has been written. Muscle feel firm and elastic, normal tone. Hard and rigid, muscle tone increased. Flabby and soft, muscle tone decreased. Hypertonia is increased muscle tone. This term is used. The term hypotonia means decreased muscle tone. This test you will able to you for the proper diagnosis of the patient, and you are aware that the treatment depends on the diagnosis. Diagnosis depends on the proper examination of the patient. It will give a clue about the patient's physiological or pathological condition. Now, examination of hypertonia. Procedure: hold the DIM. Number 2. Move the DIM at various joint. If small force is required to move the DIM, then muscle tone is normal. Number 2. More force is required to move the DIM, then muscle tone is increased, which is called as hypertonia. Number 3. Less force is required to move the DIM, then muscle tone is decreased, that is hypotonia. This is in this way also you can check the muscle tone. That is the speciality of the different type of the test or examination. Whenever you apply to the patient, even a small test give you a clue, important clue about the pathological changes inside the body. That's why the clinical examination is very much important, and you should have a skill to examine the different tests for the different conclusions. Now, examination of muscle power. For this purpose, first note down the active moment of each joint without resistance. Do not touch to the patient and just note the power of active moment, how much resistance of joint is required. Number 2, then note the active moment of joint with resistance. First of all without resistance and then with resistance. Number 3, if muscle power is decreased, note down the grade of muscle power. Here, the power of the muscle power grade is noted as per different gradations. These gradations starts from 0 up to the 5. You'll observe that if no movement at all, then there is a grade 0. If you observe that flicker of the movement, if movement attempted, then grade 1. Number 3, movement of joint eliminating gravity, then grade 2. Then 4, number of joint against gravity, that is number 3. Here first 4 examinations are without resistance. 5th test, you should apply the resistance, moment of joint against gravity with moderate resistance, then grade 4. Then moment of joint against gravity with strong resistance, then it is grade 5. So you should examine the patient, test this case and decide the muscle power, whether it has grade 0, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4 or grade 5. Again you will be at the important clue regarding the muscle power. Now examination of muscle coordination. Coordination of a movement depends on the integrity of the motor pathways, cerebellum and sensory pathway. So test for coordination of the upper extremity is done by the finger nose test or diadechokinesis. Let us see. Finger nose test. Ask the patient to outstretch the arm. Number 2. Tell the patient to touch up his nose with the tip of the finger of outstretched arm. Number 3. Tell the patient to do this both slowly and rapidly. Number 4. Now tell patient to close eyes. Number 5. Tell patient to repeat same procedure with eyes closed. So here a simple test is there. Though the test is simple, the conclusions are very important. You are checking here the coordination. Just outstretch one arm, and the arm which is outstretched, just take out your index finger, touch to your nose. If you can touch, then ask the patient to do it slowly and rapidly. Just order him. Do it fast, do it slow. He can do both of the things. Then you should tell patient, close your eyes and do the same procedure. You will be having an important clues about the nervous system. Diadechokinesis is ability to carry out alternating movements such as pronation and supination of forearm rapidly when you check the inferior extremity. Ask the patient to walk in a straight line with eyes open and then eyes closed. If patient can walk in a straight line, then ask him to close down the eye and observe whether he can walk. This test is for diadechokinesis. Then heel to knee the joint. Tell the patient to touch the heel of the right foot to the left knee joint and tell him to slide right heel along the shin to the ankle joint. Repeat the same procedure with heel of left foot and right knee joint. Here is the test for the lower extremity. That will also see whether he is doing it properly or not doing it properly. If not doing it properly, definitely the pathological changes are there in the motor part of the nervous system. Romberg sign is the special test for coordination of lower limbs. Ask the patient